Oh,
Are
good.
you?
Because no. I mean, yes, of course. I'm always doing something. But I wanted to talk briefly about the performance of Robert Mueller in front of Congress today, talking about his investigative report regarding the Russians and Trump and all of that stuff. The thing that he had been working on for 2 years, and then he issued his 448-page report that nobody read.
Wow.
And that kind of maybe didn't sort of implicate and or both exonerate the president for things that he may or may not have done or didn't do. That one?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that very clear, concise, almost 500-page report that really didn't say anything, I guess. That was kind of the implication. And today he sat in front of Congress and attempted to answer some questions about his investigation. And there seemed to be some problems. And you figure that someone who had gone for 2 years investigating with a huge team of people and writing this report and really getting very intimate with the details of the investigation itself and the underlying factors that played a part in all of this stuff would have some pretty clear answers about what he was doing, what he found, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But it didn't kind of come across that way. He seemed a little distracted, or there was something weird going on. And it occurred to me that last week we were talking about Brooke Mueller in Hamptons with suitcases full of drugs and her little escapade and, party that she was having with the nice young man who found her at a Rite Aid, I guess. Anyway. And then I remembered, that is or is not, pretty sure it is, Robert Mueller's daughter. We're pretty certain about that. In fact, we're as certain as the report that Robert Mueller produced. We're just as certain that he's her father, to be clear.
Right, and just to be clear, I would think that after, like a long partying weekend with a suitcase full of drugs, you would go home to your father with your suitcase full of drugs.
Right, because his investigation is done. He's probably just sitting around wherever he sits around and is dreaming about fishing or whatever old, powerful men do. But here's the other thing that old, powerful men do. They do drugs.
They do a lot of drugs.
And surprise, hey, Brooke's home. Hey, wow, where were you? And what are those suitcases?
Right.
And she's like, Dad, good news. You're not busy. So this suitcase is for you. And she's like, wow, what a nice, considerate daughter I have.
Now, Marcus, you know a lot about drug use. What drugs do you think he was on today?
It can be difficult to tell specifically, but all signs point to a combination of Molly, cocaine, PCP.
Wow.
That cot stuff, that urine feces mix that kids in India inhale, that. A little weed, and definitely a pint or two of vodka, for sure. I couldn't be more certain. And the reason is because he apparently he was having trouble hearing because every question that was presented to him, he kept having to ask for the question to be repeated.
Yeah.
Which is something that is a good indication of intoxication, drug abuse, that kind of thing. Right. It just I can't imagine it being any other case. And then when he did answer questions, he seemed to confuse himself and wasn't sure about what he could or couldn't say, which again is very strange considering that he spent all this time, allegedly all this time, on this report. I think probably what's closer to the truth is that he had a large team of investigators and he was just back doing a lot of blow in the office.
Right.
Because
because what else do you do when you're the boss man? You know?
Yeah,
and you got a ton of blow, you know.
You mean he was the head of the FBI for a long time? Actually, for let's see, I mean, look, he was the head of the FBI from September 4th, 2001 to September 4th, 2013. Like 12 years, and that's a lot of time to collect a lot of cocaine. And
good different batches of cocaine from different places too.
Right. And then you're right. It's like anywhere in the world, all the good cocaine. And what's also interesting is that right in the middle of that was when Charlie Sheen had his big freak out. And at the same time was hanging out with Brooke Mueller, the daughter. So it all makes sense.
Right.
I've heard some secret interviews with Charlie Sheen about visits from Robert Mueller to his Mulholland Drive estate late at night with like suitcases full of drugs.
Wow.
He'd be wearing like a Bill Clinton mask. It was all very funny. But
wow.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's all just like
exclusive breaking news.
Yeah, these are the conspiracies that we uncover, and these are the truths that we reveal here on the podcast. That's our whole purpose. If people aren't aware, what we're doing here. It's this.
Yeah.
It's the hard news. The difficult stories. The trigger warnings.
Muckraking, man. This is real muckraking. You don't know the depths that we have to go to and the nights that we had to spend with people on illicit materials and chemicals.
We like to call it, it's a throwback term, we like to call it yellow journalism, in fact.
Yellow journalism.
Yeah, right, because we got them running scared is why. That's why we call it that, because, yellow is like, you're just yellow.
Yeah.
Right, some people might take that the wrong way, that we're making stuff up, but that isn't the case. We've done a lot of research. I've looked at a lot of videos on YouTube, and I learned about that form of research by our traveling friend Travi. He was really the pioneer of doing a lot of research on YouTube and watching videos and making the connections and
I have studied it extensively.
That's pretty funny, guys, huh? Guys. Hey, where'd they go?
Cricket.
So I just wanted. It was interesting, and it just happened. So I wanted to point out some facts and make sure that the people know the truth and what's really going on regarding Robert Mueller and his absurd testimony in front of Congress. And it's just it's one of those things. You hang out with the FBI for 12 years, and you're bound to have a nice stash of cocaine that that you're going to inhale or inject possibly. I don't know what methodology he uses. But I think what happened is it caught him off guard, where he just thought he was going to have a summer of, drug-induced euphoria. But then Congress said, "Hey, wait, Robert Mueller, come tell us everything that you've accomplished in the last 2 years, please." And he's all right, not really realizing that he didn't have the capacity to. Really, he shouldn't have even been sitting up. He should have been like lying down somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess it's good that he made the effort, but he got to fail on that one because of the extensive drug abuse, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So,
He's just a severe cocaine addict. Just severe.
When he's ready to stop, when he's ready to stop, the good news is I have a bed waiting for him.
I knew it.
Right. Now we get to the heart of the matter. This is really a promotional video.
I knew
letting
it.
people know
that
the sober living environment has a bed waiting for Robert Mueller in case he ever decides that he wants to do something different with his life. And and there's a women's house too for Brooke, so they can be near each other in recovery, rebuilding their lives. Charlie is doing it. Look, he's got over a year sober, and maybe both of these people, Brooke and Robert, should take an example from Charlie Sheen and change their lives as well. So,
absolutely.
I just wanted to get that out there and let everyone know that we're on it.
We're on it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Little V2V news break there.
Breaking news.
It is, and breaking the country news.
All right.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.